So, oh, for God, fucking, okay. Hey, Zach, thank you for that. God damn it. Jeez. Like, 4 minutes I've been talking. That's what thanks for the year. Yeah. Yeah, as I was trying to say and kind of just mouthing off, apparently. Yeah, 3 years and I wasn't even aware of it. At least until YouTube told me. But I'm really excited because we actually hit 264 subscribers, and that, I know it says 252, but Source Stream Elements isn't updating right, and I'm kind of irritated by that, but I'm okay with it. But it's not okay, but anyway. It just blew my mind. I didn't have anything prepared. I wasn't expecting it. And of course, then Wednesday I came back to the studio and my computer apparently had, I don't know whether there was a surge or something like that in the office park where my studio is here, but it had a scorch mark on the processor when I pulled off the heatsink, because I could smell like the burning electrical. And I'm like, shit, what the hell happened? And sure enough, the logic, I don't know exactly what happened, but the logic board and the processor had a scorch on it. So I'm like, well, crap, I'm gonna have to get that. So I ended up having to replace, this is where it got really bad, because the first thing I did, of course, was like, oh, I need to order a new logic board and processor. But of course, I'm like, I have to make sure they work together. So I ended up getting not too bad of a one. It's a Ryzen 7, what is it? Where's the box? Hang on, I get the box. I'm like, crap. Yeah, it's a Ryzen 7 7800. I was like, oh, cool, okay, let's get that. And then I looked and I found a logic board, which was made by Phantom Gaming, which supported that. Because the thing too is, I'm also, my tower is smaller. When I first started doing streaming, I was trying to not necessarily be cheap, but make it affordable, because I'd already spent a lot on the model and everything, on the character. So it was one of those things where it's like, you know, you piecemeal here and there. And I got a mini ATX tower, so of course the logic board has to be smaller than a normal ATX. I don't know if it's micro ATX. God, I was looking through all this shit already, and I'm like blanking on what exactly it was. Hang on. Oh, here it is. It is micro ATX. So yeah, that of course limits me into what I can actually build my PC out of, with processors and you know, all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, I got the logic board, I got the processor. I'm like, great, I'll just reuse my old my RAM. All the hard drives are intact, we're good. So I ordered it, got here. I pulled the computer apart and got ready to install the logic board, and I went to put my RAM in, and it didn't fit. And I'm like, why is it not working? Like, this was. Then I actually looked and I said, wait a minute, why is the slot not right? And I'm like, oh no. So I pull the instructions for the MLB, and I'm like, it's DDR5, and I had DDR4. So I end up having to order all new RAM for the thing. So I got 4 sticks, I got 64 gig back in it. I think last time I had 48 gig because of the combo, but so now I got 64 gig. And thankfully the RAM and the thermal paste came today, because I'd also not realized I didn't have any thermal paste. And it was just annoying as all hell. So yeah, it has been one thing after another. So yeah, we're gonna be celebrating today, but we're also gonna be tipping one back as well. Like I said, this is gonna be for the Moomans, because unfortunately, as I don't know how many people have heard, Nanashi Mume is graduating at the end of April, and I know a lot of people are sad about that. Obviously, kind of feels like when Sana graduated, and I was a little upset by it, because like I was a Sana light. And it was one of those things where it's like you're surprised by it, because it's been a couple years, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I need to go. And of course, in Sonic case, just like Mume's, it very much is like medical. It's her chronic health issues. Like Sana had horrible back problems and stuff like that, so she did what she could, and it hurt her in the end because she couldn't stream as much. Mume, over the last couple of years, started having that because of her throat and whatever other issues she's got. And when I saw the announcement, I'm like, well, F this. I know it's gonna come. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. And sure enough, she said that she was retiring and I'm graduating. I was like, oh, damn. Like you knew it because you look at the format. But so I watched her reaction video, and then I managed to watch a little bit of Bay's, and God, that killed me. Because like, if I don't remember exactly what she was saying, because I was trying not to cry myself, but she was like saying she felt guilty or something like that, and I'm like, girl, you can't take that on. You may be the leader of your, you may be the leader of your wave, but goodness gracious, you can't take that responsibility on yourself. So yeah, we're gonna tip one back for the Hoomans, and Hoomans, I'm sorry. And we're also gonna consider this also for Sarasvana, who graduated. Though granted, in the case of Sarasvana and Amelia Watson, they of course went back to their old past lives. Well, Fauna didn't. She was Lemon Leaf, but then she started Nimi Nightmare now, so she's doing really well there. So, but nevertheless, this is really for the Moomins, but you know, also for the saplings, and for the what, I can't remember what Ami used to call her chat, but either way, this is for all of you. You know, we hope that Mume will get the help she needs, that the medical system will finally be able to recognize what the problem is she's having, and that she can actually finally feel better and get better, and maybe come back to do some streaming. I don't expect her to, and I honestly would rather her get better and get healthy versus try to push it and hurt herself even more, because I know if my career is talking professionally and if something happened to my voice, I wouldn't be able to work anymore, and that's bad. So I totally understand where she's coming from, and I'm glad that she had the courage to make the decision. And from the sounds of it, Cover wanted to work with her as much as possible, but she was like, this is the best thing for her, especially with the changes at headquarters. But this one's for the Moomins, and Kanpai. Yeah. So tonight we are going to be celebrating with Sword of the Sun. This is a Takatenjin. It's a Takatenjin Tokubetsu Honjozu. It's nice in that this isn't really a sake that's like heavy. It's not like really doesn't have like a full, but it's a very nice mellow light flavor to it. Has a little bit of floral, but it's a little bit of savor and a little floral. It's really nice. So it won't hit me as bad either. But I also have some bread, and I've also got my liquid death. So, God, let's talk now. So, aside from the graduations, it's sad to see that. I am very happy to see how the stream has actually grown, just even in the last week. Because if I remember correctly, I think it was a week ago that I posted on Twitter saying, you know, I was shocked when we hit, and consistently stated 250. That's always been the thing whenever I announce, like, which I rarely do, obviously, but just because it's like, you know, I don't want to celebrate every 10, you know, subscribers. You know, that's fine when you're starting out, but, you know, now it's like I don't want to lose that excitement of it, you know, the feeling of it. So I ended up waiting until, because we've had this before where I watch it and I'm like, oh, we hit 250, yes, but then I'm like, wait a day, and then boom, drops like it down. I'm like, oh, we're back to 248. Okay. Oh, we're back to 249. No, we're back 47. Okay. So usually I wait until we get 252 and 250, and then we stay above it. I'm like, okay, we're good. Then I posted that, and I was so excited because that is halfway to the milestone that I set for myself way back. Of course, when I thought I could actually do this full time, or even an actual part-time, kind of like 20 hours a week, which I was able to do that for a little while, but otherwise it just kind of, I couldn't do it, unfortunately, with the work and my screwing up my schedule the way I do. But I keep saying I want to get back to that, and I absolutely do. That's the reason why I wanted to fix this computer. Granted, yeah, I use it for my studio, for administration work, but this is my gaming rig. This is my streaming rig, and I want to make sure that, you know, we can celebrate and have fun. So I was actually interested and thought it might be kind of cool, because I do this every once in a while, like for these big moments, to actually go and let's take a look at the metrics. So let me kind of move myself over here, and I gotta zip myself down here. Hang on. Whoops. Oh, I locked up. That's why. Hang on. Just 1 second here. Sprout. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna just kind of. Oh God, why is the mouse? Oh wait, I see. Hang on, I'm just zoom myself here. So this is what the channel dashboard looks like. For those of you that don't know. And right now we're sitting at 264 subs with 17 plus in the last 30 days. That's insane. That's crazy. Yeah, I know there are channels out there with 1,000, 500, 1,000, but you know what? I'm going to celebrate when I can. I will, for every little success, and this is a huge success. And a lot of it, to be blunt, has to do with this video right here, which is my thoughts on Shiori, Shiori and the Hololive Holostars collab. And that one has done amazingly well. So let's take a look at the analytics for the channel here, because you guys, the community is as much a part of this as me, you know, doing this. So I like to share this to give you kind of like an idea of what goes on behind the scenes. So right now we got like, you know, almost 2,000 views in the last 28 days, which is crazy. And obviously this is all coming off of this video right here. Like I said, my thoughts on Shiori. And granted, yet another dose of dad jokes with Dex launched on Thursday, but that is has not hit the algorithm, I guess. But yeah, as you can see here, this has 570 views as of this moment, which actually I thought was more. Hang on, let's take a look. Yeah, right now it's at 836 views. Hang on, my ear. There you go. So yeah, this actually has 836 views. It's 18 comments, and a lot of those are also me commenting back because I like to reply as much as possible. So the fact that it's saying this is must be like a delay in the time, which wouldn't surprise me. Let me just refresh this just to see. Maybe. Yeah, so this is just up into the end of this time frame, which is to the Thursday. So this does not have anything today or any of the changes. So. But this is really kind of cool, although the average duration is only 2 minutes, 23 seconds of a video that's like 17 minutes long. So I think possibly that's partly because of the time codes I put in, because I do put chapters in there, which I think actually helps because it allows people to jump around to see what the key things are. Surprisingly, the Subnautica short I did, and again, I have to thank Smoothie. Smoothie is the editor that did this for me, and I really want to thank them for this. Because you know, I have a hard time sometimes keeping up on videos and making them. So this was Dex serves up another dose of dad jokes. This was the first one I released, like obviously on March 20th, which was last week Thursday. So last week Thursday I launched this. It got 487 views in the shorts, which is nice, and people watched 28.5% of it, which is good, which is okay. I'm fine with that. And then this was the first one that kind of got me back into doing a little more of long-form video, where it's my thoughts on entertainment news VTubers, which was the Rima Evanstar and people telling her to game end herself, which I was a little irritated by. But that was really what decided to get me back into the whole My Thoughts On series. So let's look at the content here. This is like kind of cool because like new viewers, we've got 1.1K new viewers coming in the shorts, and then the videos have 152 and live stream is 59, which is really kind of cool. I like that. Returning viewers shorts are really up to the videos, which surprised me. And this is interesting in that the shorts and the videos are both getting almost the same amount of new subscribers, which is great. I scroll down a little bit more. Our views, the most are more on shorts versus the videos themselves. This is just listening to public content. I always kind of hope that this will actually have, you know, not the audience demographic here, but the shorts feed is the main, like in bringing 50% of the new people coming in. Browse feature, which is basically just searching, you know, you're just clicking through YouTube and looking around that. Suggested videos 5.9, so there's something there. That's kind of cool. Nobody's remixing it, which I'm fine with. Though this right here is kind of irksome because my videos have shown in front of 39.6K, so 39,000 people my videos have popped up on. And of course, this right here, YouTube recommending your content 84.7%, recommended on the watch page and on home page, which 35.4 is not bad. And viewers seeking your content, no, there's only 15%, which not surprising. But of that, there's a 1.5% click-through rate, which gets us down to only 577 views. So we want, obviously we'd like to have this a lot bigger. You know, I would love to have like a 10%, you know, but that's a lot of, it's going to be more work to get to that point. So let's just take a look at the shorts here. This is the shorts. Yeah, obviously the shorts feed's the big one. And surprisingly enough, Ting Yun is even more attractive, is kind of like 32. But the difference between that and the deck serves up another dose of dad jokes and how long since I last played Subnautica both dwarf them, which is really kind of cool. So that shows me that people are interested kind of in this stuff here, or the algorithm just hit it right. So I have to I'm playing around with that a little bit more now too. And I like looking at the audience because I like to see where a lot of the viewers are coming from. And the video's growing, new viewers are returned. A lot of these are low, but you know, not whatever. So we have not subscribed and subscribed. So 67% of the people who are watching are not subscribed. Hey, people, come on. Hey, I'm seeing you. I see you there. Come on, please. Just give me a little bit more, you know. Let's see what the Seymour has. No, this is where we get into the really nitty gritty, and I'm not going to get into that level. Let me close this up here. Male 89%. Honestly, when I first started, this is the crazy thing. When I first started, this is more split 50-50. I'm not sure what it is specifically, whether it's the fact I do a lot of gacha games. I know like the one saying, whoa, this character is hot kind of thing is probably a turn off a little bit, you know? So I kind of get that. So I'm trying to, I've had some requests in the past. There was one regular I used to have, and she was like, you play Stellaris? And I'm like, yeah, I used to play Stellaris a lot. So I might actually get into doing some Stellaris again. Just to see if that brings anybody, you know, anybody is interested in that, just to see what the mood is. I did also like doing Mountain Blade Warband, which was Warband, but the new one, Mountain Blade 2, that's been getting updates like crazy. So I would like to try that as well. But of course, that's going to be much more like combat oriented. And 13 to 17 shouldn't really be, but I do know who it is because they've said to it. And I'm like, well, as long as you just stay in the chat, that's all that matters. Don't DM me or anything like that. Because obviously 18-year-old, I am a very grown adult. So yeah, we're gonna just say like, yeah, that's, I like that low. But this is interesting right here. Like we're getting closer to the 34-year-olds, which is kind of cool. And my own age range is like 2.7%, which isn't surprising me because I tend to act a lot less than my age. So the fact that only 2.7% of my age range, it's like, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can kind of see that. Okay. And I don't know if I don't think the trends really matter to me. Yeah, no, this is just like ideas. So this I just kind of wanted to say, you know, thank you again, everybody, for the growth that we've had recently. The comments on the Shiori video, the entertainment news one, which had no comments, but actually had some decent views. So we've had a lot of growth. We went in 1 week from 250 to 264. And yeah, again, I know it says 252 down there. Just ignore that. That's Stream Elements for some reason not updating correctly. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. So that is growth, and I like the fact that finally the channel is growing. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna pour myself another glass of Sword of the Sun here, Tenjin here, and not a full glass, obviously, just a little bit. I don't want to actually get anything bad, but God. What other things have been going on aside from the craziness in the real world? I mean, we've got, obviously, we already tipped one back for the Moomans. We've got a lot of craziness going on with Genshin voice actors. I'm gonna probably do a video. It's on my list of stuff to do because I was very irritated when I actually found that the guy who was replaced, I don't remember what, Kenichi, I think was the name of the character. He was replaced by Mihoyo because they were tired of waiting for the strike, and they basically hired a scab to come over and do it. And the worst part is I feel bad for the guy that's replacing because he was excited and he posted on Twitter, hey, and the worst part is he used the term passing of the torch, which this was not a passing of the torch situation. This is a union guy got fired in order to bring a non-union guy in. So I'm like, dude, gotta be careful of what you're saying. But the worst part I felt was like he got roasted badly, and yeah, I mean, as a SAG actor myself, I kind of get it, but I do still feel bad for people, like, because he's excited and he got in, but he knew what he was getting into when he crossed the picket line, as they say. But I have a lot of thoughts on that, because there was a Genshin creator called Brand Online actually once asked the question, why don't voice actors actually make their own union? And I did a lot of research on that, trying to figure out what it would take, and it is possible, but unfortunately it's one of those things where, I don't see us actually doing that. So, oh goodness gracious, what else have I got coming up in the pipeline? Well, what was the other one? Oh yeah, the whole Studio Ghibli Chat GPT thing. That pissed me off really badly, because the fact that they did this and these people are doing it, and one of the guys actually said, I'm an AI artist. It's like, no, you're not. You're not an AI artist anything. You're at best your client asking a quote unquote artist to do something for you, and at best you're an art director giving suggestions back to the artist to do something, and at worst you're just a client ordering art. So don't play this game like you're some kind of your artist because you're typing shit into a text box. But so yeah, so let's see. I want to kind of like do a little bit more here, have some more fun. One of the things, oh yeah, I should show you this. I talk about it a lot, and let me switch this over to here we go. Here we go. So one of the things I don't show often, but I do refer to it often, is that I do literally have a lore Bible. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff I've actually, not all of this is filled in, but this is basically what I wrote down as I was going. So there is, how many pages? Just 11 pages. But again, it's not fully filled out. Like, we have some of the gods I've written and we have the socio-political stuff, or like Kitsune and stuff for my race. But I also then put in obviously the Gumiho, and the Hulijin. But these ones are not really filled in either. So, but this is what I wrote down as I was like thinking about, where am I coming from? So I wrote down everything I could remember. And so like here we have parallels similar to this Earth. Geographically, the planets are similar, with vastly different socioeconomic governments and boundaries. So what it is that, here we go. The primary difference is that the gods of our world, my world, are not mythological but real beings. Depending on their temperaments, they chose to either embrace their deific powers and live in the celestial plane, or chose to live on the earth among humans and other beings while still possessing their divine powers, yet muted on the mortal world. So some chose to live among their subjects, so to speak, and some said, "Yeah, I'm sticking up in another plane of existence." Like I said here, additionally, mythological, yokai, natural spirits, etc. This right here is in reference to what a lot of Native Americans would refer to, because they had one, I think the Cherokee had one Kantanka. So I was trying to be very careful about writing that kind of stuff down, because I'm like, yeah, I want to make sure I get this stuff right. But like all these spiritual beings are also flesh and blood beings, as well. Most sentient ones embraced coexistence among each other, and the world reflects these civilizations. There are those few and far between that stay true to their roots and actively or subtly work against the nations and deities around them. So what that means is that, every race has their bad seeds. So like I'll show you right here when we get down to the Kitsune. One of the things here, this is where we get into some of the really crazy stuff. So I had to kind of break it down, trying to remember all of the different socio structures and stuff. So here we have Kitsune are primarily in service to Inari Okami, although it's not mandatory. That's on my world. That's what this red scarf is referring to. Like in this world, if you go to like a shrine that is dedicated to Inari, you'll see the fox statues will oftentimes have a red scarf on them. So the spirit foxes, which are called the Zenko, which my mother was a Zenko, my dad was human. So technically, I am a spirit fox, which are the quote unquote good foxes. So you have the Tenko, the Kuko is roughly about 1,000-year old, and then you have the Kiko, which is Senko, which is also Senko, good, servant, Kami. This is where you go up. So Kuko and the Tenko is like the really top rank here. So if you go for this is right from the bottom. So Ashireko are basically normal, for all intents and purposes, almost normal foxes. So they're the normal kitsune. And then you have the Chico versus the Zenko. So these are like these are two paths that a kitsune has to can choose to go, really. And Zenko means, you know what, I'm not bucking the tradition. I'm gonna serve Inari. I'm going to, or just in some capacity. Now, Okami Inari, Inari on my world is the main CEO of like Inari Financial Conglomerate, which is a massive international banking, finance, investment, and agricultural powerhouse. So in this world, you have like ConAgra. There's ConAgra would be small potatoes compared to IFG, and they're one of the few gods that have their business in every other pantheon's regions and stuff too. So that's one of the things, like one of the things I did, even though I was a property reacquisition specialist and a network penetration tester on contract. I would also occasionally have to go and negotiate on behalf of Okami Inari as a stand-in for him. But that's some of the stuff that Zenko's what we do. And the other one is Chico. The Chico are the Nogitsune. They're called the wicked, the Yako wild foxes. Nogitsune is the highest ranking that they can get to. They can't get any high, so they can't get up into the ranks like the Zenko can. We can actually, that's where we get up to like 1,000 years old, 10, get the nine tails and all that stuff. Because in our society, roughly every 100 years or so, you basically grow an extra tail because your power slowly grows the older you get. The Kichiko are stuck really even though they can get older as well, their power doesn't really go anything because they've abandoned that rank, so that life. But they can actually move to the Kiko and become Zenko. If they ascetic practices, so they actually fast, they abstain from all the things that make that the wild fox will do, and then after a certain period of time they can actually become. Then the contrast is the Gumiho, which is this is, I believe, if I remember correctly, from Korea, the Korean Peninsula, and the Hulijing are Chinese kitsune. They actually always have 9 tails. So this is all in my earth, Hulijing are more peaceful than the Gumiho. They act more akin to humans and other races. The efforts to ascend are often after petitioning one of the Chinese gods and then performing the purification rite. So we have that. The Gumiho are more akin to Nogitsune. So, because in Korean tradition, the Gumiho were very malevolent creatures. There's one story of a young man. I can't remember if he was a child. He was like in high school but the equivalent of high school, I think. And he found this woman who, when she kissed him, she passed a marble between his mouth, which is what the Gumiho used to take some of his life force. But it's also a part of her power. And what happened was he figured out what she was. And the next time she kissed him to steal some of his more life essence, he kept the marble and ran off, which trapped her and gave him, apparently, from what I understand, gave him power. It's right here. Sorry. Yogu Soul is the story of a boy who was kissed by a Gumiho, and when she passes her fox bead into his mouth and back, feeds off his life force. He learns about what she's doing later, and then when she tries again, he swallows the bead and gains knowledge over the earth. So that's the story. Gumiho have the capacity, and often do, of eating the heart or liver of humans. However, it is said that they can break themselves of their malicious ways by abstaining from those things for 1,000 days or some other penance. So, which of course is again their deities deciding what that penance is. So it's a repetition process. Usually they would go to a representative of that god, because some of the gods in that pantheon chose to stay in the celestial realm. So Those are usually the ones you'd want to petition to a little bit. We're not saying the ones that stayed on the earth are any less powerful. It's just that they're the ones that kind of accepted their role as divine beings and stay that way. So yeah, that's that. And I even have down here a rough timeline of events. So like, time immemorial up to about 25,001 years before Common Era. There were the Celestial Wars. That was actually where the Earth was ravaged by the gods fighting over subjects, for worshippers, for land, for territory. And nothing was recorded from that time, but the effects on the Earth are still kind of there. The continents became the way they are instead of Pangea. That's all through the war and them unleashing their divine powers. So you end up having the world, a whole world is shattered basically into the continents as you have them here. And that event is really what triggered, right around this time, the Celestial Compact. So this is actually when the gods realized that what they were doing was killing more people than they realized, and was actually destroying the very planet that they were tasked with protecting by the divine, by the all powerful one, the divine one. Which the funny thing is, if you even mention it around any of the gods, they go silent. They don't say a word at all about that one, about that being. So, yeah, you generally just accept the fact you don't talk about, because they are not going to say anything. Because apparently, whatever that being did around this time freaked them the hell out and got them all to sit down at the negotiation table and write up a contract. And then from 24,999 to 23,700, this is when they divided up the world, not physically, but into pantheons. So instead of countries like we have France, the lines in the I should say, as the borders as you know them are slightly different, all based upon whatever deities there are. But some of the countries actually still exist. The name of the country still exists. It's just the borders are slightly different on my world. America there is an America there. The thing is, the gods from the European gods negotiated with the Native American spirits to allow for some colonization on that land, but it was extremely controlled and extremely monitored. So even to this day, a lot of the practices of those spirits are actually held to, even though the people that live there from the European area still worship the other deities there. They obviously pay a lot. They have to pay homage and respect to the spirits from that world. So the Native American tribes were, the Apache, the Cherokee, the Massasoit, all of those tribes are living still now, and have actually developed a very green lifestyle, migratory still in some ways, but they actually develop these structures that can actually be folded up and transported, similar to like yurts and stuff, but they're a lot more high tech. And that's one of the things too, the world that I'm from is way more high tech, because obviously with the gauntlet glove I have, we have a lot more technology there, but that's because nobody knows 100% certain, because like nobody even realized we only theorized that there were other parallel worlds. I'm basically, I don't know if I'm the first one that did it, but I'm here. And the best thing I could guess is that because we didn't go through a dark age, where like the gods are real beings, so you get that whole question out of the way. It allows for a lot more investment and a lot more research and stuff to just happen naturally. And so that was a lot better on our end, because we actually have much more advanced green technology. Just because the gods don't want in their realms to be polluted and stuff like that, so a lot of people were forced into that. So it's very different mindsets, but you still have capitalism, you still have all those things too. But it's one of those things where it's like, that's the differences. And so this is one of the docs I wrote up when I beat like 3 years ago. So I thought it'd be kind of cool just to show this, because like, and then yeah, that's like, I have my list of dad jokes there. So I thought that was kind of, I wanted to show that off as well, just because I don't usually get the opportunity to, or have a real reason to. So yeah, and I've got a lot of ideas, and especially with the recent stuff and the fact that, hang on, I was gonna double check this, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the survey, the survey I put out got a lot of response to it, which I was really happy of. Let me see. Not the comments. Where's the content? I really don't like the way the studio does the posts and stuff. More daily dose of jab jokes. Where's the survey? The poll. Here it is. Here's the poll. So the really cool thing is 100% of the people. It got 7 votes. Not a lot, but for a channel my size, I'm actually really happy with that. All of them said, yeah, it's a good idea, that they want my thoughts on series to continue. So I'm going to continue on that. So that's one thing. I'm also going to continue on with the dad jokes too. I actually have another one scheduled for next. I'm trying to keep it every Thursday, but I might push it to every other one. But I know the algorithm loves a little bit of regular content, so I might try to keep it to every Thursday, at least until I run out of. Seriously, how the hell did that get it? I got a fruit fly in my sake. Damn it! Ew, that's just disgusting. Seriously? Ah, I'm going to toss this. Stupid thing. Did I get it? I don't see it anymore. Okay. I have to pour a new one now. Now I gotta pour a new one. Son of a gun. It's just gross. Why? Ah! I try to keep a very clean place, so every time I see something like this, it freaks me out because my OCD starts kicking in. Okay. Hang on, let me pour another one here. There we go. Okay. Alright, come by. There we go. And now a little bit of liquid death to balance that out. Liquid, actually, it's cool. I saw this. I had no idea what the hell liquid death was. I saw it in the grocery store. I'm like, what the hell? It looks like, because it looks like it looks like a tall boy of beer, you know? And I was like, why the hell is this sold in like the water? It looks like it's beer, you know? But the thing too is that where the grocery store I go to, the regular non-alcoholic drinks are like right on one side, you know, a few, like 3 or 4 aisles on one side. But then just on the other side is actually the alcoholic stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's where the beers and stuff are. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just on the wrong side. And then I saw a Food Theory. Food Theory did something on Liquid Death, the guy who invented it or whatever, and explained what the hell Liquid Death was. And the really cool thing is the story is, and I'll try to remember to link the video to that video. He did not want to drink alcohol and something, but he also wanted to go out with his friends to bars and stuff. So whenever he would go with his friends to bars, of course he would ask for water, which get you looks and stuff, because it's literally just him spraying seltzer water in there. There you go. So this guy was like, I don't want to have to get embarrassed. And his friends would look like they were embarrassed too, because it's like, you go to a bar, you know, even a tavern, and you're expecting to drink something, and you're drinking water. It's like going into a steakhouse and ordering salad, you know? So what he did was he actually found, I can't remember if he lived in the town where it's now being bottled, but there was a mountain spring. It's here in the United States, and it's somewhere in the Midwest, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the town. But he decided, why don't I make a bottled water drink, but in cans, so because he didn't want to deal with plastics, which I think is cool, and design the packaging so it looks like it's beer, so that way he could sell. And he did. So he did it, and he called it Liquid Death. But the subheading on it is Mountain Water. This case here, the black can is like sparkling drinking water. So it looks like a beer. So, and what he did, he first targeted only the bars and the taverns in the area, and they bought some of it. And when, like, apparently after a day or two, they were like, we need more. Because like all of a sudden he had a market he didn't realize was much bigger than he thought it was. Because there are a lot of people who didn't want to drink in his position. They didn't want to get drunk, or they didn't want to drink beer. They didn't like the taste of beer, but they still wanted to be with their friends. So boom, Liquid Deaths took off, and now it's all over the place. And it's crazy. Let me see. Do I have? Hang on. I don't really think it doesn't matter if I want to show this, but yeah, leaving Liquid Death is like murder your third. You really have to just see this because it's hilarious. Hang on a second. I'm gonna switch the browser capture over. to this here. Hang on. I got you. I got y'all liquid death. There it is. So as you can see, hang on, liquid. Let me shrink myself down here. Hang on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, like right here, this is actually kind of cool. Where it's a keg, but the cool thing is it's mineral, it's sparkling water. It's mineral water from mountains, and so he's got killer cola, soda flavored sparkling water, severed lime. This is actually when drinking around liquid death. Mountain water. Rest in peace, rest in peach. Sweet Reaper, which this might be good for Callie. Like Callie might like this, you know, because apparently it's a sweet tea. Agave and vitamins, which is kind of cool. Root beer wrath. What's this? Blueberry buzzsaw, squeezed to death. Mango chainsaw, grapefruit, green gillet. I didn't realize they actually had this many. Cherry obituary. There was one. There it is. Oh, this is horrible. Dead billionaire. They absolutely released this after Mangione killed the CEO of United Health. So I was like, holy crap, you did not. Like they did, and they did. So it's like, dear Lord. But I love it. It's like they're plastic recycling is a myth, which is true because it was just BS. Because if anybody know, soda, cola, Coca-Cola, and those guys used to sell glass bottles. That's the way all their drinks were sold, was glass bottles. And then they got in this whole plastic BS saying, oh, we're going to put that effort on you to take care of these things. And then, of course, they never invested in actually recycling this stuff. So, but it's really, let me see. Liquid Death Mountain Water. I was hoping it would actually say the town that they're from. Is that the contact us? Earn skill soon, so about. Nope. I don't see it. FAQ. Gonna buy Liquid Death wholesale. We would love to too. We're gonna buy Liquid Death. How many cases? Where's Liquid Death order? Or the payments, orders? Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm like now, like I really now I'm invested in trying to find this dumb thing. How much is shipping cost from your beverage orders now on Amazon? That's not at all what I was hoping for. About okay. Oh, it's you little Pomeranian. Love the dog. Sorry. sorry. Does it actually say here? Because for some strange reason, it just, I love the name of the town that this is all bottled in. And it's, where is it? Crap. Dang it. I hate this. God, where is it? Let me contact us. I'm trying to see it. Okay, let me just go back here. Hang on. This is probably the dumbest thing in the world, and yet I hang on. Yeah, the headquarters. Where's the headquarters? I refuse to look at it because no. Showers dry to hang on. Let's see. Okay, I might as well use the wiki page. Wilderness Assets Hotel in Virginia. No. Oh boy, drink can. Cesario company's. He was because he was a graphic designer. That stuck out to me because I'm like I graduated with graphic design degree, so I was like, oh, this is cool. What the hell is it? Damn. The bartender and I before he and partnered with Liquid Death. They don't know the name's company. Produced a video advertisement to gauge market interest in the product, which received 3 million views before the water was available. Yeah, that's right. He actually advertised this thing before he even had it done. Coming over 100,000 likes on Facebook, more than such brands as Aquafina, which is great. To expand to bar, yeah, serious bars, tattoo parlors, and certain barbershops in Los Angeles and Philly as a lifestyle play. A move similar to Coca-Cola. The drink began selling to consumers on its website in January. Liquid Death raised 1.6 million in seed funding for a round led by Science Incorporated. Where is it? The brand expanded into Whole Foods. There's 211 stores. Come on, where's the? Maybe I'm misremembering it, but dang it, I could have sworn. Okay, maybe this is it right here. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. No, Mountain High. Dang it, that's not at all what it was said. Okay, you know what? Because this is Okay, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop because I'm just gonna be obsessed with this. Oh my god, this is how it is. You know, when my brain starts going rambling. But y'all know that. Y'all know that this is the way I roll. Oh man, goodness gracious. Oh god. Oh, I honestly didn't know if how many people were actually gonna show up or not, because like it was such. This whole thing was just such last minute, and with no preamble or warning. You know, to have it suddenly like, oh, I'm doing a just chatting, you know, and oh wait, crap, where I didn't actually advertise this or promote it in any way, shape, or form. Now I'm paranoid about my bottle because I left it with the cap open. There's no. Okay, no, I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I'm gonna close it up. Oh man, so we're getting close to 12 o'clock. So let me see. What else? Oh. No, I already played one of the commercials for you guys. So yeah, I am probably going to wrap it up because, like I said, this was an impromptu idea. This wasn't anything major, and you know, obviously, I haven't changed any of the art. I haven't changed my avatar or anything like that. So we're not talking any huge like reveals. I'm hoping to do that someday. I would love to actually show off a completely new outfit, you know. But you know, we'll do that when we can afford that. But I'm gonna continue producing the my thoughts on series. You can actually see I did create. Oh yes, I did. Oh my god, excuse me. I apologize. Hang on. Nope. No. Sorry. I typed in the wrong thing. I created a playlist for y'all. Let's see. There we go. So there is a thoughts on playlist right now. It only has 2 videos, obviously, but hopefully we'll get some more in. I would love it if I can do one a week, but I think that might be pushing it. We'll see. I do want to, like I said, I do want to do the Dose of Dad Jokes with Dex series now. There's 5 videos in the playlist for that too. So, you know, you can have that. Stream highlights. Yeah, there's a few other things too, but I'm going to hopefully stream next week. I would like to. And I think maybe I might do Stellaris or maybe even XCOM. That's been a long time. I've been really playing Girls Frontline 2 now, and I love the fact that it's very much XCOM playstyle. So maybe we might do that. Maybe do XCOM, not Girls Frontline, but something that's not gacha related. You know, give us a little bit of a saltine, a little palate cleanser of that. But I do want to get back to playing. I want to play some more ZZZ, and I do want to do some more Wuwa. There's a lot of crazy, ridiculously crazy drip marketing for those games because holy cow, Trigger's video was amazing. I'm just gonna say that right now. You know what? Screw it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. I really kind of wanna. I was looking for an excuse, and you know what? This is the excuse. So here, we're gonna do this here. Hang on. Where is Trigger? Oh, no. Oh, Moo may release a cover. Nice. Just about 7 minutes ago. Idol. That's kind of cool. I like that. Nice. All right. You know what? No, I don't want to get. I don't want to get in trouble with. I don't want to get in trouble with cover for that. But let's look at Trigger ZZZ. Let me see. Zenla Zone 0. Oh, yeah, here we go. So this. Hang on. I'm gonna pause this. This is actually Hoyo versus their. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So there it is. Let me shrink myself. This blew me because again, I love. Hang on, let me just do this here. Where's the audio? Where's the audio output capture? All right, I think let's test it and see. Oh yeah, here we go. Hang on, I think it's muted. Hang on, there we go. All right, so let's try again. All right, I think I got this time. So this is Trigger's character demo. Ooh,
Trigger, come in. This is Soldier 11. Within 200 meters of your position, there's a confirmed victim from the kidnapping case. Please locate her ASAP. Trigger, report your status.
Copy. The victim has been located.
Evac route is in place. I'm on remote support.
Where are you taking me? Let me go!
I'm the reinforcement sent by your teddy bear Odie. He's busy driving now.
Can I just say I love that she's basically like engaging with the girl by her doll because she saw the name. I think that's a beautiful thing. I've seen bits and pieces of this, and that just stuck out to me. She's really good, obviously good with children, because it's just crazy. Sorry, I just had to say that. I just love that detail.
I'll handle all the baddies. Odie, drive.
Roger. The small fries at the back are all yours.
Roger, Commander Odie.
The music
Don't let them get away!
Killer.
Hold tight. Commander Odie and I will take care of the baddies.
She's just whirling around.
Sure. This one's all yours.
Okay, I gotta say, this is my best part because I noticed something here and I couldn't help but commenting on this. Hey, watch this. So she slaps him.
It's all yours.
And there, right there. See, perfect fist out. She's got her thumb on the outside, not on the inside. She's got full reach on her arm. Granted, she's closing her eyes. That's not good. But she's throwing all of her weight into this poor guy, and she's hitting him side of the jaw near the teeth. And I'm like, geez, somebody's been teaching this girl how to fight.
Oh, not from here.
You shoot lasers.
But from here, it can fire something really powerful.
Look at his house. Look at the style, man. Yeah, he's dead. Straight through the roof. They send a missile to kill her and she still gets away. And she's door surfing.
This next part's not for kids.
This is not for kids. Right down the barrel. I love this. I love this. Just right down the barrel.
Did my teddy bear turn into a person?
This kind of magic doesn't last long. He's all back to normal now.
That's okay. We made a promise. We'll always have each other's backs. I hope you find an Odie too!
Mission accomplished. Let's head back and report.
Didn't expect you to be so good with kids. You had fun?
Not really. It's just part of the job.
I'm afraid your goggles are saying otherwise.
Is it that obvious?
I love this. I had to show this because I loved it. I've seen so many things about how good with children she is, and Trigger absolutely is. Like, I just can't get over the fact she knew exactly how to deal with that girl, so she wasn't freaking out and panicking. Like, that was beautiful. And my God, the usual Triple Z animation, it reminds me so much of like some of the Disney stuff. Not Pixar, but like Big Hero 6 and stuff. But they also do deformation on the character models. It's so well done. Like, she's spinning like a whirlwind inside that car, bullets flying everywhere. Like, no wonder they call her Trigger. But I love that. And I'm not gonna show it just because I can't believe that Woo went this direction with the one new character with eating a cherry. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, granted, okay, I will say this. I understand that her resonance mark is on her tongue, but the fact that they went into so much detail, I didn't know what to think. Like, it made Jane Doe's character demo from ZZZ look like, you know, G rated, because I'm like, oh my God, what the hell am I watching? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I should play it. Like, what the hell? Why not? You know? Oh shoot! Why did I? Hang on. All right. You know what? Let's do it. I don't care. It's my channel. I'm gonna do what I want. I was gonna say it was my birthday, but it's not my birthday. Oh man, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's my 3rd-year anniversary, and I didn't do one stupid thing. Oh god, Poltra's demo too. God, no, no. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. Cantarella, I think is what it was. Hang on, here we go. Okay, so where's my browser capture? So yeah, there we go. So this is just insane. I don't know what to think about this. But yeah, the beginning is horrifying.
Pale, sullen, mute, in desperate need of refinement. As a Phasalia, you must learn the proper etiquette.
Just intimidating, just sitting there at a dining table, you know? I mean, it looks good. Oh, what?
At the table, silence is a virtue, as is grace. Whatever is served, you must swallow without flinching. Now, don't tremble.
I don't remember this.
Take your hand. Steady the knife and fork. Cut it. Still lacking composure and grace. I'm afraid we'll have to address that. Even if the poison fills your mouth, even if the taste is as bitter as death, even if you must offer your blood and tears to the hidden abyss of the sea. There's nowhere to escape. Digest in agony.
This is
And
really
gracefully seize control. Sample it well.
so
All
really
that awaits you.
I've got this. Follow my lead.
Please enjoy. A small gesture from the Phasalias.
Does the head of the Phasalias take us for fools?
Oh, this is her.
To offer even 1/10 is a great concession for the Phasalias. Do remind yourselves, new nobles, of the decorum you should get to.
It's about time you learn your lesson.
Oh, he's stupid.
The old ways are long behind you now.
What? When did you...
At the table, grace against you. Whatever is served, you must swallow it with poise. As nobility, this is the most basic of courtesies.
We're freaking physics here. It's okay.
You dare seek the depths of the abyss, to fathom the heart of the sea. You are but foam on the waves, destined to utterly dissolve.
So she's gonna be a powerful person. Yeah, this is not the. I thought this was. Okay, here we go. See, this is what I'm saying.
Delicious.
This is just, I don't know
I
how to.
wonder, just how sweet will you be?
Okay, I don't know how to. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. But like I said, it's weird now because like I swear every game company is trying to outdo each other on that. And I don't think it was necessary the Pultra massage video because obviously this stuff takes months. I mean, granted they have the 3D models and stuff, but it's gonna take months to do this. You have to book the voice actors ahead of time. It takes time for the musician, the composers, and the audio engineers. So you're probably talking at least 6 months. But still, the fact that right around the same time, Pultra's Massage got released, we had this one from Wua. Triggers isn't that bad. I actually like Triggers because it's it shows how wholesome she actually is, even though she's a killer. Like, she actually really cares about the little girl and stuff like that and wants to preserve, in a way, preserve her child innocence, even though the girl's like punching the guy in the face, which I still love that. Like, full extension, full wrist, has her fist right properly, and I'm like, this is amazing. That's beautiful. Oh, man. So that was a crazy hour, and we talked a lot. We actually looked at a lot of like the stats, and I really wanted to share that with you all. I know it's not something that is like a huge thing, but for me, I wanted to share that with you all because it's one of those things where it's not without you guys, the lurkers, the chatters, all the people who've come in, even tonight. There's a few of you, even to this impromptu, like almost like a guerrilla stream. I want to thank every single one of you, and I really honestly want to say I appreciate every single person who has viewed the videos, every comment that you leave, every one of you who's come in and you've actually taken the time to even listen to what I have to say. And you know what? I know I'm not like skibbity toilet or anything, like goofy like that, but I do like to provide a quiet, calm kind of, enjoyable, like relaxing streams. And I love the fact that a lot of people seem to enjoy that and appreciate that. So I want to say thank you to all 264 of you. I know it's, like I said, I know it says 252. It's 264. At least at the time it's recording. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you that subbed. Saying thank you to every single one of you that watched, because you have no idea how much I appreciate that. And it keeps me going. And while I try not to watch the numbers, I do love to know that people enjoy what I'm making, enjoy my thoughts, my ideas, and enjoy hanging with me for a bit. So thank you again. This old Oji-san Kitsune appreciates every single one of you. Thank you for all of the denizens here in the den. And I thank you for every one of you who comes in, joining me for a little bit of sake time, where we can enjoy a little bit of sake and enjoy conversation. And otherwise, have a good rest of the week too. So I hope you all have a great weekend coming up. That's tomorrow and Sunday. I will, like I said, try to stream next week, but my schedule is just as chaotic next week as this week. But since hopefully the computer won't blow up again, we should be able to do at least one stream before Friday, because I do want to keep Fridays like a good stream day. So take care, everyone. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. To all the Moomans, I wish you guys good health and good spirit. And I hope that you can enjoy the time you had with Mume. I know I will. And remember, don't go into conspiracy theories. She spent more time talking about how her coughing and her chronic illness affected things than she even did anything related to cover. And in fact, even basically alluded to the fact that if it wasn't for her health, she would have stayed. So I'm sure that whatever she goes, she'll get the help she needs. And I hope that she can actually find some peace and health and rest in this stupid American healthcare system that we got. So I hope somebody can help her out. And thank you to everyone again. Have a great weekend, and I hope you all take care. And I will see you all next week. Bye.